welcome to Chop It Up this is the last Chop It Up of 2021.
Yes,
We're going to be on a little hiatus, so welcome to the podcast. If this is your first time checking it out, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. If you're on the YouTube, make sure you're subscribing because we're trying to grow that over there.
Yes.
Of course, Facebook, make sure you set that alarm. So every Tuesday you are here for our conversation. As always, this is completely unscripted, off the top, off the dome. And we just have conversations about faith, relationships, sports, you name it. Whatever we talk about in the barbershop, we're bringing it here online for you. My name is Kevin, here in Phoenix, and I'm going to let my brothers introduce themselves, and we will jump into it.
This is Darian from Tulsa, Oklahoma, because Tori wants to be slick today. It's all good, though. It's all good. I love him anyway.
So why are you throwing smoke?
It's the last.
Hey,
I'm talking. You threw it over here. You threw it over here, brother.
I did throw it to you. Yes, I did throw it to you. Okay. This is how we're gonna be today, Kev. I get it.
Nothing but love. Nothing but love.
Hey, love you, my brother.
Nothing but love.
Tari Watkins, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. This is my last public service announcement for this year, people. I'm letting you know right now, I'm in the Christmas spirit. I love Christmas. But if y'all made the terrible mistake of doing Elf on the Shelf and you realize that this is a chore, I'm your man. I can debilitate him. Disabilitate him. Is that the word? Right? I can.
What you trying to do?
We can snap, and this is gonna be. I could be a Thanos moment. He can be ashes. Let's see. We can put him in handcuffs. If we want to say, hey, so the Elf on the Shelf was in trouble. I don't care. Deported doesn't really matter to me. Hey, we can make him disappear. So if you need some help, I got you. Next year, leave that booger in the box. Should be all right. And here's the thing. If you need the Elf on the Shelf for your kids to be good for Christmas, we've got bigger issues. We've got bigger problems. Talk to your boys. We can help you out. We got you covered.
Because I don't know about your household, Tori. I don't know about yours, Darian, but I don't recall an Elf on the Shelf when I was
There was no Elf on the Shelf. It was called a switch throughout the year, 365 days a year. There was no being good after Thanksgiving. No, they took care of business 365 days a year. Am I right, Kev? Darian looking at this like sideways.
If that's the case, though, we're gonna come up with some other ones. We're gonna call it "Fool on a Stool."
This is why I love that man right there.
Dunce with a hunch. I mean, what you got?
We can come up with some.
Hey, we can.
That's right, Morris. Belt on the shelf.
Belt on the shelf.
Morris, right there, bro. Exactly. What? That's a new one. Belt on the shelf.
On the shelf.
Hey, there we go. That's it.
Did I ever tell you all about my aunt? My aunt who she had this orange plastic rope.
Okay.
And there were stages to it.
Right.
So first stage is just in her bedroom, chilling, minding his own business. It's good.
Right.
Next stage, it went to the door. So it was just hanging on the door.
Okay.
You just knew. Okay.
Then
it went around her neck.
Oh, see, if it got
Listen, I got some cousins that needed to understand that there was another stage to that, and that was it went from the neck to your legs.
See, once it got to the neck, anything after that is their fault.
Oh yeah,
that's the point.
I'm sorry, that's their fault at that point.
Because there's no warning at that point. There's it's on the neck, and then whop.
That's warning enough. I don't.
Right.
Nah.
So yeah, that might be the new product for next year. We work on that belt
on the shelf.
Belt Morris, I think you got one.
Morris Jackson.
Belt on the shelf, and this is year round. This is 365, 7 days a week.
And you can accessorize it and put jingle bells on it if you want to.
You can put sequins on it if you want to.
You can put hearts on it for Valentine's
streamers. Day. I mean,
man.
Hey man, you can put for the dudes, we can put Bluetooth on it, but we love anything with Bluetooth, bro. I mean, and if it gets lost, put some GPS on it, like a little tile.
My goodness.
Because if the kids try to hide it, we can still find it. Yeah, they ain't
even worse. Let me see your phone.
Yep. Yep.
That's right.
That where you put it?
Hey, fella, Morris, you may have a product there, brother. Belt on
Listen.
Belt on the shelf.
Morris, listen, we will go support you on Shark Tank when you put that out there.
100%.
100.
Hey, if we need a reenactment, we need some skits, bro. We got you.
We
got you. Hey, and if you need some private footage with it in action, hey, I know some people. I'm just letting you know. I know some folks. I mean, my kid is too grown for me to spank
Might as
her
well too old for that.
because that's just abuse at that point. But
Yeah.
you know what? We can
Well,
have some trials.
at
We can have
some
some trials. Yeah.
at some point they do start swinging back. So
They
yeah.
swing back if you want to.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, you know,
I still know where the throat is.
Bro. Throat punch in a minute. That's it.
you leave it in place. I just
Oh no, you see, you leave it in place, just let him know it's still there. And I can move within your point.
Ooh,
Oh yeah.
Squirm if you want to.
No, thank you. I'm good.
Speaking of abuse that got somebody in trouble.
Oh, here we go.
And a real life enactment of Ice Cube getting fired on his day off.
Oh my god.
Urban Meyer.
This dude, man. This
coach, or excuse me, former coach
of
the Jacksonville Jaguars was let go last week. Didn't even make the whole season.
13 games, brother.
All right, let's talk about it, because there's a lot in there from the fact that it happened, but also I think we've talked about this in our group text, was that this now leads me to think about what was happening on the college campuses that did not get reported, that no one felt that they had to say or what have you, that caused him to feel that this was okay when he jumped in to deal with grown men making grown men money.
I know I sent the actual link or the article to the both of you, and I'll be 100% honest with you. When I saw it, I was like, I'm not surprised.
I am a little bit.
Because very seldom have we seen a college football coach go to the pros and be successful. True. We've seen coaches go and they come right back, but literally a handful. We got what? Pete Carroll, right? Successful. Saban tried it. Dolphins, nope. He said, nope, I'm going back. I'm going back to college. Who else? I mean, do we have who was the Eagles coach? He used to be the Eagles coach. Was it Chip Kelly?
Mm-hmm.
He's at UCLA right now,
mm-hmm.
Correct? So he tried it for a stint a little bit. Charlie Weiss, he was coaching pros, went to college and bounced around. So that's not a really good one. Who else? Are there any
dude from Baylor? Ones? Successful?
Yeah, well, the jury's still out for him with the Carolina
right.
Panthers. Matt Rule, the jury's still out. So we don't know about him yet. But the chance of success is very, very small. And I think coaches need to understand.
Okay, so let's kind of define success for a second. Okay. Because of what we're referring to.
Right.
I think longevity is probably going to be a better measure. Who's actually stayed?
I agree with that. I consider longevity in the NFL success. I mean,
particularly in coaching,
especially
in coaching.
If you're a long-term coach, or even if you've been a coach with multiple teams, that's still success. I mean, that's the pinnacle.
Staying in the league.
Yeah, you can't get any higher than that.
Right.
So I think there's a psyche there. There's a what's the word I'm looking for? There's a mentality there that you can't carry over from college into the pros. You can't. These are grown men. Grown men with families and kids, and you just can't talk to grown men like you can a college athlete. I'm not saying you should downgrade them or degrade. I'm not saying that at all. But there are certain things, certain liberties that other coaches have in college. They think they can say this to these young men, and they want to say that to these men that are full-blown grown men that work out every single day. And they have egos, and first of all, they have respect, and so you can't disrespect these grown men in their jobs.
Yeah, I also think forgive me for going around the corner to get next door, but I was really focusing on meditating on the difference between management and leadership today.
There's a difference.
There's a huge difference. In the corporate world, though, leadership and management, the words get thrown around together.
They do.
Yes,
They're
they
almost
do.
synonymous in the corporate
Yes.
world.
Yes.
And so sometimes you really gotta. I was just really trying to extract that. Anyway,
Right.
my point is, in the college game, good management can easily be masked as good leadership,
Yes, it can.
Right.
because management at the end of the day really is about control.
Right.
And in the college game, that's the name of the game. How
It
well
is.
do you control this 80-something person unit, you know, in moving them forward? Whereas in the pros, it's all leadership.
Yes.
It really is. It's all leadership. And I didn't get to read that. What did Moore say?
He says he wouldn't be surprised if it's revealed that he has substance abuse issues.
Listen, there's
there
a
are other
reason
things
why
that
he
happen
keeps
that-
jumping.
And
There's a
some-
reason why.
There's some things that happened earlier in the season too that was like, okay, that's a little out of pocket.
Oh, with the bar with the woman.
Yeah.
I mean, think about every school that he's left. It's been suspect. Florida,
It's always
suspect.
controversial.
Ohio State, suspect.
Right.
Right.
And now not Miami Dolphins, Jacksonville Jaguars,
Right.
suspect. What's the common denominator here?
Him.
Urban Meyer.
Him. But one of the, I don't know if you guys remember, we kind of talked about him, the way he left Ohio State, and I remember bringing this up, because they said it was health issues, and I was like, I think they gave him a choice.
Yeah, probably.
I really think they gave him a choice, because I said this then, if he comes back to coaching, then it wasn't health.
Right.
You did say that. Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did say that.
I said, if he comes back to coaching in any way, shape, form, or fashion, then it wasn't health.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. And here's the thing: there's a lot of things that happened under his watch, especially with one of his assistant coaches, with his wife, that came out later.
Mm-hmm.
That you have to that he has to know something about that. This is your watch. These are your coaches. You know what goes on under your roof. Just like with Penn State and Joe Paterno.
Right.
There's no way that Joe Paterno did not know what was going on. I'm sorry. There's no way that he didn't know.
How many years are we talking? How many decades are we talking?
Decades, not years, decades.
And didn't get rid of nan one.
Not a single one.
Dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so you can't carry that stuff over into the pros. Because
they pulled down his
statue
and everything, man.
And that was even without decisive evidence that he had actually done it. I mean, not done it, that he had actually known about it.
Yeah, he known.
So, I mean, with Urban Meyer, bro, I mean, you want to wait and see what happens. But seeing the past, I mean, Florida bounced. Ohio State bounced, health issues. Now he comes back to coaching, but he's doing it in the pros.
And you're winning. Now, this
winning.
is a different situation, but you're winning.
Yes.
And you have to leave. Twice.
Exactly. Both programs.
I'm like, nah, the other thing that I noticed was anytime they talk to his wife, she comes with this not defensive, but she defends him.
Yeah.
She comes, it's so enabling.
Which I get. I mean, I get that.
And yeah, right, Mark, you're right. They are classifying substance abuse as health issues.
It happens a lot, more than what people realize.
Yeah, but let's be honest. It don't happen for everybody.
I don't disagree with that.
So
a certain echelon,
most wives don't get commented on unless it's negative. She has never, if they come with something positive, typically that gets buried for whatever reason. Every time they tap her with all of these moves and all of these situations, like the girl thing at the bar, he deserves a night out. Wait, what?
No. Not doing that, he doesn't.
Wait, what?
Are you looking at the same picture that we looked at? Yeah.
So now the question is he done?
No.
Oh my gosh. Here, I want to say yes, but there's somebody that's going to say, "Oh, let's just roll the dice and see what happens." Yeah, there's going to be somebody that
some college program that is looking for
Some very
rebuilding
very
the program.
absolutely.
Blowing up
Texas,
the program.
Texas, do it, please.
No.
Do it, University of
Texas,
Texas, please.
Texas won't touch him simply because it's Texas. It's too.
Oh no, this was not saying that they will. I'm just like I want them to.
You want them to? He's like,
just
please,
want them to. Just please, just do it.
just pick up the phone. Hey, I got a coach for you guys.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
Got an idea. Just want to throw something at you.
Just want to see what you think.
Just want to see what you think.
I think this very well may be a good fit for you all. I think it will.
No, if he lands anywhere, if he takes a job, first of all, if he takes a job, it's not going to be in the group of 5. It will be a Power 5.
Right.
And I personally think it'll be SEC.
Well, I mean, why don't we make it Baylor? I mean, they're used to doing shady things down there. I mean, they used to covering things up. So why not let it be Baylor?
God, dog. Man.
Tell me I'm wrong. We're talking both football and basketball.
I'm sitting there like,
am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Just saying, it's a good fit.
Wait, do they still have the same AD?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. I really don't know if they still have that. I would hope not, but I don't know if they do.
But think about that for a second. If they got the same AD that keeps hiring all of these shady dudes,
how does he still have a job?
At some point, somebody needs to be like,
let's question your hiring process.
I think it's you. Yeah. Right. What questions are you asking in these interviews?
Well, the athletic director for Baylor has been in position since July of 2016.
That was after the. I know that was after the whole basketball coach, the player got killed, or whatever. That was after that. Yeah.
What about the football coach? That was way after that.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, both of them got fired. The AD and the coach got fired.
Yes, they did.
That's right.
Yeah,
I remember that now.
Yeah, they did.
Because I'm telling you, they were like, dude.
They're like, dude. Right? Yeah. Get out.
You and your boy.
Get out. Get out. We'll mail your stuff to you. Get out.
You and your boy bounce.
Yeah. We'll pay your.
Urban Meyer is not done.
No,
I can tell you that right now. He's going to lay low.
Where? Okay, if we're saying he's not, if he's going to come back, I mean speculation. Obviously, purely speculation. You said SEC. Which school? I mean, he's been in the SEC before already with Florida. So
if Heupel gets picked off, Tennessee.
Ugh.
Think about it. Heupel is rebuilding that program. They're doing pretty good.
Yes,
okay,
he is. And
so
he's a hot commodity
up and coming. Right. Yeah, he's an up and coming
commodity. Yes, he is.
So who would you replace an up and coming with to try and keep that momentum going than someone who's got a proven winning track record but needs a second chance?
Yeah.
Fourth chance?
You mean like fifth chance, really?
It's the philosophy behind it. You get what I'm saying?
In other words, Darren said, y'all know what I mean.
Y'all know what I mean. I see it when I see it. No. But you see my point. So I can see Tennessee doing it. Honestly, I can see, well, I don't think he'd go, but I could see Vanderbilt pitching him.
Well, what about Kentucky?
Absolutely.
Isn't their coach like becoming a hot commodity? Like not hot commodity.
Stoops?
They're rising up in the ranks.
That's Stoops, isn't it?
Is it Stoops?
Mark Stoops?
There's 3 Stoops. Which one is it?
The one in the SEC is Mark.
Okay. It's not Mike. Is Mike Stoops?
It is Mark. It is Mark. Mark Stoops is the coach.
Okay.
At Kentucky. Yes, and he is becoming a hot commodity.
Yes, he's becoming.
So if he gets now again, this is SEC. So if he gets tapped for, I don't know, a Big Ten or a Pac-12, but it's going to have to be a rich Pac-12.
I'm thinking Memphis, man.
Memphis.
I'm thinking Memphis. I'm honest. I have no ground.
Memphis is what are they? American? The American Conference?
Yeah, they're not a Power 5, but they're playing good ball though, man. You know what? He's going to an HBCU, Grambling. Oh, that's Hugh Jackson. That's Hugh Jackson.
Hugh Jackson is there right now. If he goes to an HBCU, it'll be Alabama A&M.
I like that hire though. I like that hire.
Go to Howard.
Ooh.
Friends don't let friends go to Howard, but yeah, he can go to Howard.
Dang, dude.
Spoken from a Morehouse representative.
I mean, Morehouse in the building.
That's how we do that.
He said that with his chest too, Darian. He meant that junk. Right.
So Baylor football coach got a job coaching high school football in Texas. He quit after they ran a story on him. Dude tried to change his appearance by dyeing his hair. The media ate him up. So yeah.
Well, hey, do y'all know where the Baylor basketball coach ended up? Y'all won't believe this. Southwestern Christian University in Bethany, Oklahoma.
Oh wow.
Really?
They hired the bat. Yeah, with the whole scandal with the player getting killed and all that. They hired him, yes.
Wow.
Years ago.
Wow.
But he's not doing anything. That's the even bigger problem.
I mean, the dark cloud that was hanging over that, and you're gonna hire this dude? Yeah,
that's called desperation.
That I was
on both ends.
And they were all happy. This is a great hire.
But again, you got to think about that. When winning is the only thing that matters in your job, and you have a track record for winning, it doesn't matter how you've gotten it done.
It doesn't matter.
Right.
People are like, we're not that big of a school. We're not gonna make that much of a splash. Come help us rebuild. And if it doesn't work, we'll move on. We'll recover. I'm convinced that's where that logic comes from.
Yeah.
It's the same mentality.
If that's the case, you talked about Memphis, he might as well go to Virginia Tech or Georgia Tech.
Yeah. I don't want him to go to Georgia Tech.
And the way it's going, Florida State.
I don't want him to go to Georgia. Oh boy, Florida State is upset.
They ready to crucify that man.
Them and even Dabo Swinney jumped in. I'm like, what are you jumping in for? Did you hear what he said?
It's a good transition because it is setting a precedent that Dabo Swinney, Florida State, and other schools now have to be a little afraid of and a little concerned of.
Here's the thing, though. I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't think there's any other coach that can come in the way Deion Sanders is. I mean, the way Deion Sanders does, and win a player over. I mean, first of all, he's got the cred. He's a Hall of Famer. He's still labeled as the best corner ever.
Yeah.
Ever. That alone. And then the man can sell, I mean, dude, he can sell ice to an Eskimo. I mean, seriously. That's how good he is. And he's in your living room telling your kid that this is what I have. This is the avenue. These are the pipelines that I have.
Yep.
I mean, it's hard to beat that, which is why I loved when he went to Jackson State as a coach, and everybody thought he was going to fail.
Right.
Look at him now.
Well, they did the same thing when he became a high school coach.
That's true.
They doubted him.
Well, people forget he's been coaching for a long time.
And he's been coaching his kids since they were 6.
People don't realize that. It's not that he just became a coach overnight. He's been coaching for a long time.
He's been honing his craft.
Yes.
Right.
As well. Like,
yes.
I know, man, listen, they've got a few interviews about with Deion, like years and years and years ago.
Right.
That man is smart.
Yes, he is.
He was not given the credit that he is due because of his loudness, because of all that, bravado and braggadociousness.
They looked at the
all
bravado and thought he was doing that because he wasn't smart.
Right.
But it was the exact same opposite.
He said, I looked at the league and realized y'all don't pay guys that play my position.
Right.
So I got to build a persona
that
makes you want to pay me.
Exactly.
I was
and guess what happened?
Yeah.
But to be able to brag, to be able to be he was the Muhammad Ali of the NFL.
And he backed it up.
That's my point. That's my point.
Because he dared them he dared them to throw to his area. He says, I will take it to the house. He called it.
And he backed everything up.
I was so happy when it became a Cowboy. I was so happy. Boy, I was so happy when it became I was tickled pink, man. But yeah, dude,
on top of that, how many players have actually been able to make a successful run in multiple professional sports?
Yeah,
not many.
That's a limited number.
Not many.
And then how many
good at it
and be good? That's what I'm saying. Make a successful run in multiple professional sports, And then how many NFL players have actually played both sides of the ball successfully?
Right.
Oh, that's right, because he was a wideout a few times.
He was a wideout for a number of
That's
times.
right.
They would love to slip him in on the.
Yes, I remember that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
freak people out.
I'm like, give it to prom, let's go.
If nothing else, you have to pay attention to the fact that he's on the field.
You can't leave him alone.
Mm-mm.
And here's the thing, Dion was sneaky fast, man, because his strides were long. It's the same thing with Usain Bolt, because he's so tall, his legs are so long. He's the sneaky fast. You realize that I don't have an ankle on this dude. He's gone.
Right.
Yeah. It's
right.
His talent's phenomenal. And his game IQ, there's nobody that matches that as a corner. Nobody.
Man, yeah, he's the perfect storm right now.
I love it. I love everything about it.
Yeah, the fact that he took on an HBCU really does do a lot to level the playing field. Now, don't forget, guys, Eddie George is also a coach now.
Yes, he is.
I just need him to actually win.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing, because I was looking at we have allowed this narrative that the HBCUs don't really produce well, right?
Which is a complete lie.
Because we forget about what Grambling used to produce.
Oh yeah,
Grambling was putting players in the NFL left and right.
But I was looking at some of the top players that came from HBCUs. I mean, we know Steve McNair from Alcorn State.
Yep.
Who else? Walter Payton.
Walter Payton is probably the most famous. Jerry Rice.
Yep.
The quarterback that actually taught that coached at Grambling for the Redskins. He went
Williams. Doug
Williams, exactly.
Shannon Sharp, so.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Where did Shannon Sharp go to?
He went to Savannah State.
That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah,
so,
I forgot about Sharp.
Yeah, and to your point, I was looking. So as of 2019, Grambling State had put in 121 players, draft picks into the NFL.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot
for an FCS school.
Yeah,
Strahan was a.
Wait a minute, Strahan went to an HBCU.
Yeah, Strahan went to Texas Southern.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So and to Deion Sanders' point when he said it, why is it surprising that a black kid would choose a black school with a black coach and still believe that he can make it to the highest level?
Because that's what they're portraying, which is not the truth,
and has never been.
People take what they're being served as the gospel when it's not, without doing their own research. I mean, that's the world as it is right now. I mean, we can talk about everything and people just take what they're given at face value and not doing their own research.
Right.
And let me just say, as an attender of an HBCU, I can't say graduate because brother party a little too much to graduate.
Yeah. Just a little bit. That's
as an attender. As an attender of an HBCU, I can just tell you that the experience, the culture, the atmosphere, as a young black man going off to college, phenomenal, right?
Of course,
phenomenal. So kudos to the young man who said, "I am going to go someplace that, in my opinion, is going to support him, is going to grow him, mature him." In a way that he might not get going to a top 5 or a Power 5 school. And that's a good question, Morris. When has a white athlete ever been challenged over their choice to attend a particular school, right? We have a student who just went to, he decided to go to a school of his choice.
Right.
So.
I don't think, not to this extent. I mean, I'm sure there's been some cases, probably very few, where they've chosen a college and probably not the one that everybody wanted them to go to, or they not as a good fit, or that's not the program for you, but nothing to this magnitude of what this kid has been facing. Why would you choose them? Well, why not? I mean, it's not like if you're great, you're great.
where other coaches who aren't even involved in the scenario have something to say. We've not
even
seen that.
exactly. Why is Dabo Sweeney speaking up at this point?
Right.
He wasn't even considering Clemson, so why is he even speaking?
How does it impact you? It doesn't.
It can't. It will impact him. Yes,
except from the standpoint that now we might see a trend that starts to happen, because you're right, Jackson State. And we see what happens with this young man, and I think I saw even part of his conversation. He's like, look, this isn't just about me. No, this isn't just about me going to this school. This is about something else. This is something bigger. So, I see the potential for a trend, and not just in football. Because listen, if we start to change the world in basketball,
I mean, the league is already predominantly 82% people of color anyway.
But if these kids start coming through Jackson State, coming through Morehouse, coming through Alcorn State, whatever, right? Alabama,
Savannah State, whatever. Yeah.
If they start coming through there, and they even if they spend a year there, like they're doing at Duke and or Kentucky, who's to say that we won't see national coverage now? Because I think the other thing is, well, you're not going to see them getting national coverage. Well, hear me. If ESPN and all these places are really on their job, they're going to start paying attention.
We're talking 50,000. And here's the thing with Jackson State. I don't know if you noticed this. They travel. Those fans travel. Their stadium, 50, 60,000 people, packed out the past 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And they where was the game played against? It was Jackson State, and who did they play? South Carolina State. Is that who they played in the bowl game? Even though Jackson State got blasted. But they travel. I mean, and they guess what? And they spend money. So ESPN and all these other networks, they would be wise to pick up these games. I mean, it happened with basketball decades ago that these other schools like Wichita State started,
these games are already available. Here's the thing. These games are already available in smaller markets. Right. Oh, they're already available,
which I have access to now.
Yeah. Yeah. But seriously, the games are already available in smaller markets. But as far as the net, and forgive me for picking up in this, but as far as national coverage, when it comes to getting to the league, that's not important.
It's not.
They are already, trust me, they are scouring. They are like looking to and fro.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing in the NBA. Somebody gets picked in the first round, pick number 3, number 4. I'm like, who is this?
Right. Exactly.
I don't know who this dude is because of technology. You don't have those games. Don't have to be nationally televised.
Those stats are reported on purpose.
Right.
Yep.
Schools have a what's the word I'm looking for? They have an incentive to promote these kids and get them into the league. They have an incentive behind that. You know?
When some dude from Central Michigan wins one of the awards at the end of the year, I'm like, who the heck is that? But they know because they watch film and they watch tape. And so and I said it at the beginning, if you're great, you're great. And you're going to get noticed. Yes, you will be found. Trust me. These pros, they love to find somebody that is that the other people aren't looking at, or maybe they are, but they can sneak in and get him. I mean, he's not the best quarterback in the world, but look at Dak Prescott. I mean, it wasn't like he was like on a whole lot of people's radars. No, but when we picked him up, I'm like, ooh. When we picked him up late, I'm like, that's a really good pick because there's talent there. So you're right. You don't have to be on that national stage. Does it help? Of course it does. But that's more so for the everyday fan, not for the people that this is their job and they're a scout and they spend hours and hours a day, probably 15, 16 hours a day scouring through tapes.
Dude, if there are players that GMs look at and they look at their scouts, if he wasn't even on your sheet,
you got to go.
You don't know your job.
Right.
Leave your computer.
Wasn't even on your sheet.
Give me your badge. Leave your computer at the front door. We'll mail your stuff from your desk to you, and we'll see you later.
Yeah, no, we appreciate.
I know that's what I do sometimes with, for example, with the Bulls. I'll look at previous drafts and be like, Who did we pass up on?
You do it all the time. Unfortunately, you do it.
That.
Oh, you didn't like Mitch Trubisky?
Who do we pass up to get that?
Who did you all pass up to get that?
Man.
Oh my God. Well, you know what? That may be a
Patrick
blessing
Mahomes.
in disguise. Wait a minute. Was Mahomes in that same draft?
Yeah.
Oh
yes.
Oh no, I didn't realize that. I never. Yeah, and oof.
We said, okay, we got, what was it? Second pick? It was second or third pick?
It was high. It was high up there.
Trubisky, Watson, Mahomes. Trubisky.
I remember texting you,
Watson,
boy. You were hot.
Mahomes.
I was like, oh, you got McCarolina, boy. You were hot.
Trubisky.
He still is hot, boy. He's hot as fish grease right now, bro. You know that? Look at him. Look at him. Not happy.
He went all the way back, man. His whole body is just responding like it was the still
my bad, bro. I didn't mean to bring up bad memories, bro. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Yes, Tori. When that draft happened, I was now
you were hot.
I don't throw my phone because listen,
they expensive.
I hold on to my baby. But if I had a burner phone,
you would have
would have been.
Listen,
against the wall. Against the wall.
When I tell you, because at first he went silent. I texted him silent. And I'm like, ooh. Because when things happen to the draft with our team, we text each other now and then, bro, silent. I was like, uh-oh.
Here's the problem. I mean, the three choices that you just named.
Oh my God. Light years better, bro.
But it's like the GM was probably like, hey, you know who we're gonna get.
We got this kid named Mr. Trubisky.
You know how this is gonna work out. We got the next Roger Staubach right there.
Is he even in the league anymore?
He's a backup for Buffalo.
Yeah.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I mean, I'm gonna just run through some other names that you might know.
Okay, I want to say
Kevin
this because I used to rag on Jay Cutler. Do you realize that Jay Cutler is still the highest rated quarterback that the Bears have ever had? Jay Cutler. That's not saying a lot, bro.
Chicago's always had horrible quarterbacks.
You know y'all have never had a 4,000-yard pass year ever?
Oh yeah, because we had Walter, so we just ran.
Oh, that's a different story. If you pass, I mean, you had Jim McMahon. He couldn't hardly see anyway. I mean,
right? He could
just give it to Walter Payton.
And if he did need to throw, he would just throw it up, and Willie Gault would find it.
Willie Gault, exactly.
And really, the strength of those years was the defense.
It was it,
right? But after that, you're right. Rex Grossman.
Who? Who's that?
Wow.
Chicago is averse to quarterbacks. Now, I have hope still for Justin Fields. He's had a rough first year. He needs a better O-line.
Okay, yes. Okay.
Who's his quarterback coach?
A better O-line is an understatement, Kev. Okay, you need an O-line.
True.
I mean, because the dude's running for his life.
Man, I've said this before. I'll say it again. Now looking back, I wish I was 6'2", 6'3", 300.
Bro,
you can write your own ticket right now.
Exactly.
270 and above, you can write your own ticket.
6'3", 6'4".
Yep.
Man,
just show up. Just show up to the camp. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm sure you can teach me.
I'm like,
yes.
Guy, I'm like, yes. guy, give me 7-8 inches and new knees. I'm going.
Bro.
So yeah, the Bears have always been averse to quarterbacks. But in that same draft, if you want to look, who else we passed up on? We passed up on Leonard Fournette, Jamal Adams, Christian McCaffrey, Patrick Mahomes, Marlon Humphrey.
The draft was loaded, man.
I'm sorry,
TJ Watt, Dalvin Cook.
Did you say TJ Watt?
Yep.
Oh, he's better than his brother.
He is.
Alvin Kamara, Cooper Kupp.
I'm sorry.
Kareem Hunt.
He just keeps going.
So,
you said Christian McCaffrey. Oh my gosh.
George Kittle.
What? George Kittle was in the same draft?
Yep. George Kittle went down he went in 5th round.
George Kittle?
Mm-hmm.
That dude's a beast.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if we can just take a moment of silence for Kevin. And thank you.
Kevin, do it with me. Woosah. Well,
boy,
I hope the Bulls have a good season.
They're doing good. Although now, here's the problem for the NBA as a whole. Because I was reading a quote from what's his name, Doc Rivers. Mm-hmm. Because you got teams that are being, in fact, so the Bulls actually had like 2 games postponed because they had like 10 players on the COVID protocols. So they were pulling up folks from the G League, right? So and so it's impacting a lot of teams right now. Yeah.
Dude, Morris just came in with the hand grenade, bro.
So in the spirit of that, did you guys see there's a video? I know we're talking around, but this we just run with topics. Did you guys see it was a couple weeks ago, there was the CEO of better.com who fired was it 10% some of their staff via a Zoom. It was like basically if you're on this call,
you're fired.
Deuces.
That's
cold.
I mean, I get it. How else do you do it?
Right.
When you have that many.
But Darian, how do you end this joker? How do you end this Zoom call? You just
thank you for everything. Thank you for everything. On your way out, you will receive your severance package.
So that had to be a Zoom webinar and not a true Zoom meeting. It had to be.
I bet it was a Zoom.
No, I mean you can do a Zoom webinar.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, I bet it was live.
Well,
I bet it was live.
Even webinars are live.
Yeah.
They just can't chat in. They just can't respond.
Oh yeah. Surely he's not that dumb.
Well, he did fire everybody through Zoom, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, but surely he's not that dumb.
You threw into that dumb. There you go. Good job. Good man.
I'm just saying, there's dumb, and then there's that dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Yeah, I wouldn't. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how else you would do that. I've been laid off in a mass layoff. Mm-hmm. Where the CEO had to make an announcement. Now, of course, he couldn't do it over Zoom. Sign your severance package via DocuSign.
Morris, that's twice that I've almost lost my drink, bro. Morris is coming in with haymakers tonight.
Morris is on a roll, man.
Morris just may need to join today, bro.
Listen.
Morris, you throwing.
You been in to join. Jump on, man.
Right.
That's some funny stuff.
Exactly.
But but I've been let go, and the guy made a huge announcement to the entire company, and then said, some of you are going to be kept, some of you are, but the majority of you are going to be let go,
right?
And I can't remember how we got. I think they put up old school names, like you getting your grades from your professors, and you had to literally read it. Yeah, like you had to read it. You see your name. This Friday will be your last day, and at the end of that day, we'll hand you your severance checks as you walk out.
Right.
Yeah.
What else? I mean,
at least with this one, it was you were only on the call if you were done. You didn't know it until you got on the call.
That is cold.
Once you're on the call,
that is cold. If you're on the Zoom.
But imagine this though, man.
Here's the thing though, think about it. If you're sitting there, you're like talking to your coworker, be like, "Did you get that email?"
That's my point. Yes.
No. All right, let me slide to you. I don't know why you missed this. Why you didn't get it? And if it's slid it to your friends. And they're not fired. They just kind of got into that meeting because they were nosy.
Dude.
Oh, that would be messed up.
Snap. That'd be crazy. Because then, especially if you're not tech savvy, you'd be like, oh, snap.
Wait. I ain't supposed to be in
Open
here.
the email. I wasn't supposed to be in here. Maybe they know I'm...
Disconnect the internet.
They're like, well, were you in the Zoom? Yes, but someone forwarded it. No, were you
in the Zoom?
Yes. Okay, well then.
Because we got your IP.
Yep. We just shut off all IP.
Come on through.
Oh, that would be terrible. Or even worse, you're talking to your wife or your husband. You're like, hey, man, I got a call with the CEO coming up. Yeah, I'm going to be something important. Really? Hey, baby, what was the call about? Nothing. Did you get some good news? I don't want to talk about it.
Well, the good news is I can
you do me a favor?
What's our 401k look like right now?
Right.
How much we got in savings?
Baby, what's that login for Indeed? What was it?
Listen,
I need to update my LinkedIn.
I need to update that,
quick.
So in the NBA, though, there was Doc Rivers basically because they're getting hit so hard with COVID.
Not as bad as the Browns,
teams
though.
Are losing folks. True, the Browns are getting hit too. But Doc Rivers said that he's had some old players calling him, being like, "Hey, you got a spot for me?" And he's like, "Dude,
Gary Payton is Gary Payton on the phone right now? Dennis Rodman,
you got a spot for me?"
Scottie Pippen trying to be like, "Look,
bro."
Scottie Pippen like, "Look, I'm gonna show that I'm better than
Oh
Jordan."
my God, here we go. This dude.
It wouldn't let it get bad enough. It wouldn't shock me if he did do a call out. It wouldn't shock me at all.
How old is Scottie Pippen right now? How old?
The latest from Scottie Pippen,
right?
Oh yeah, but the latest is that he's also like, I could also beat him in golf, dude. Give it a rest. It's okay.
He's trying to sell his book, bro. You know this. He's trying to sell his book.
Man, listen. Did he finally get a divorce?
I believe so.
I don't know. I didn't talk to him this week.
Oh, you better be glad I'm not Kevin, because you. Like, oops. I lost him. That? Maybe he'll make it back as soon as you dial in. Boop.
You can cut me off like that. Thanks.
Yeah, they got divorced sometime last year.
Okay. All right. Yeah, man. He's hurting, dude. He's hurting on so many levels. They talked about him renting out his house for some sporting event.
Really?
Remember what? Yeah.
Which house
he put it on? He put it on Airbnb
in Chicago. Does he have a house, or was it a different one? Wow.
So just that brother hurting. He is hurting.
Yeah,
I feel bad for him.
We'll see what happens.
He's lashing out. He's just angry. And who else to lash out to but your brother?
Give him a Snickers, bro. He's angry.
Especially the brother that you can't defeat.
Right.
I would rather call him and say, "Can I borrow $1 million?" than to try and call him out. I mean, that's just dumb.
Yeah, because I think even Shaq was like, Scotty on another one right now.
Did Shaq say that for real?
Shaq on Scotty.
But we know that he is on. I mean, I don't know, man. Hey, I know there's a whole different. I thought this is how my mind works. I thought Bulls, Pippen, Red, Tiger and the Sun. That's really my head works right now today. Have y'all seen footage from Charlie Woods?
That's scary.
Darren, please tell me you saw at least one Sports Center with the shots that Charlie Woods, his son, was hitting on the golf course.
Yes.
Bro. But not just the shots that he's hitting, the mannerisms. Like he has his dad's mannerisms down
walking
pat.
To a T.
So this is going to be interesting because Tiger was handed clubs at 4?
Yeah.
Oh no, it was younger than that.
3, 2?
Yeah, it was like 18 months, bro.
So as soon as he could stand, he had clubs?
Walk. Yeah, bro. He started stupid young. It was younger than 4.
Wow. Or maybe it was 4 when he was on television showing his putting
like when
ability.
the night TV shows were.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's what that was. Yeah, his putting ability or something like that.
Can you imagine now basically the third generation?
Yeah, because it
Because
was
it
before
doesn't
2.
add, it multiplies.
Yes,
It was
the
before
kid
the
is
age of
locked
2.
in. The kid is locked in already, bro.
Wow.
But here's the thing: they were having a good time, which is different between him and his dad.
Right.
There was a difference. Well, okay, from the footage that we've seen, from what we've heard from the documentaries, documentary and things of that nature, this looks different. This looks a little bit different. It feels different.
I can imagine. I think
I think Tiger's learned a lot.
I was going to say I think Tiger's also he's been humbled in many ways.
Yeah, my dad and I were
I'm
talking about that this week. Yeah,
and I'm sure he doesn't want to repeat,
no,
any of the visible or the obvious mistakes that he experienced with his dad.
Or
pushing too
make the
hard.
mistakes that his dad made.
Right.
Because I don't know if you watched the Tiger Woods documentary. There was literally it was literally night and day. He was a high school student, and then boom, it changed. Like with his old girlfriend, he was gone. College. I mean, it literally just he was a teenager. He was enjoying his life like everyone else. Then boom, it changed. I mean, there was
a pressure, I think, on Tiger.
Yes,
that I don't know that Tiger will put on Charlie.
Right, and also
allow.
Right, the pressure wasn't just from his dad and his mom, it was also from society.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's a lot of weight. He had a lot of weight on his shoulders, bro. Lot.
But I think that some of that was his dad. I think some of that was his dad pushing him out. That allowed society to do that. Yes. I think the fact that we're seeing Charlie and Tiger at I guess it was a father-son type of thing.
Yeah, I think Daly and his son, they played against him.
Yeah,
I think something
so
like that.
Thing in that context, but I don't see Tiger putting Charlie on Ellen and then going on Jimmy Kimmel, putting his son out there. So I think that there's a different way that they're doing it that can actually protect Charlie. Should he decide to make this a career, he won't have that pressure that Tiger, I think, and the expectations, I think, that Tiger had coming out.
I can tell you, listen, as his friend, I wouldn't play him. He better go pro.
Right?
Hey, let's go play some. No, Doc.
No,
no, man. No,
not even close.
We can go bowl.
Right? We're not even going to play putt-putt. No,
we're not playing putt. No, we can go bowl.
We can go bowl, right? Badminton.
Right. Volleyball.
Yeah.
Nothing with a putt. Not even a baseball bat, Doc. No.
No.
Can I be on your softball team? No.
I might play some pool.
Maybe. It's still a stick and a ball.
Right. Exactly. Nothing.
Maybe. No, that's so he better go pro.
It's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but good for them. Just even seeing the few of the pictures that I've seen, the way that they embrace, the way even the stuff that Tiger, was talking about, just being grateful to even be here.
Yes.
That near-death experience, I think, like this brother, sometimes I don't think we take into consideration what the real cost of greatness is. Every once in a while, we'll actually get to see somebody go through the level of stuff that comes with it. Typically, we hear the story afterwards. We read the book after they've passed or they've fallen or whatever. Mm-hmm. But a lot of times we don't get that many looks into. And I haven't heard. I'm trying to think, man. I haven't heard of people who have been at the absolute tippy top of their thing, not go through these insanely just crazy, high risk situations that they were completely out of control of, or they've lost everything, or they nearly died, or all this stuff. And I'm just thinking, is that do we ever really look at the fact that may be the cost to the greatness that everybody says that they want?
Right. I mean, it happened to Will Smith. I mean, bankrupt, broke. and he decided to reinvent himself. Quincy Jones, he hooked up with him. Said, "Hey," he laid it out. You do this, 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 and this, and he followed Quincy Jones's lead. He became a student of Hollywood. There was, I don't know if you've heard this. There was a formula that he realized that for hit movies, it had to have A, B, and C. If it had these three things, sign the contract, be in that movie. If it didn't, then don't. I mean, think about it. Independence Day, Men in Black.
So what happened with Wild Wild West?
But okay, that was post Bad Boys. That was we're talking his early stuff that got him out there for everybody to realize who he was.
Because Prince, he passed on The Matrix to do Wild Wild West.
He wouldn't have fit for The Matrix, though, bro.
I agree with that. I can't see him with The Matrix. I can't see him.
Yeah.
Now, The Matrix would have stretched him.
It would have.
He loves a good stretch.
Yes, he does.
It definitely would have stretched him. But I can't. I don't know. I just feel like that goofiness would have come out somewhere just wrong.
I mean, I think the best stretch that I've seen for him is either The Pursuit of Happiness or 7 Pounds.
7 Pounds was good.
7 Pounds was really good.
But I mean, if you think about it, though, I mean, he's proven that he can do the dramatic with Oliver.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's proven that he can do the dramatic. I think maybe at the time of that, when those movies were in consideration, you're right. We may not have been able to see him in that role. And yes, because Keanu Reeves did a phenomenal job with it. But I was trying to see, because originally he was tagged for it. And then I forgot there was somebody else, because it was going to be a reversal. So Neo was going to be black, and Morpheus was going to be, I forgot who it was, but it was going to be a white guy.
Gotcha.
No, they nailed it. With who they got, they nailed it.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I knock on Keanu Reeves all the time. I say that the reason he fits in the Makers because he doesn't really have to act. And so same thing with John Wick. I mean,
so you're saying Nicolas Cage could have done it too?
But here's the thing. No, I would have not seen that. I can't.
I'm just saying, as far as who couldn't act. So
that's a different type of not being able to act. That's a whole different level. That's a whole different level. That's
cold. That's dog.
That's a whole different.
I'm gonna tell you who I would love to have seen try Morpheus.
Who?
Samuel Jackson.
He would have been screaming the whole time.
Not necessarily.
Snakes on the plane, snakes in the helicopter, snakes in the Matrix.
See, that's my point. I want a Royale with cheese.
Y'all cold, boy. God,
even in Deep Blue Sea, he was screaming when he died, when a shark came up and ate him. He screams in every movie.
Plus,
A Long Kiss Goodnight. Name a movie. I think he was more subdued as Nick Fury than anything.
That's my point.
Okay, but yeah, you know why? Because he signed a contract for 12 movies. Of course, you're gonna fit into what.
Yeah, I'm gonna do whatever I need to do.
That's cold, man.
Exactly, Kev. Exactly. I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to get that paper. I'm gonna get that check.
So, all right, real quick, as we're about to close, have you all seen Spider-Man?
Not yet.
No.
I heard. I've. Uh-oh. Is that a good bite lip or a bad bite lip?
That's a. What are you waiting on?
That's what I've heard.
Tickets.
That's
what Darian said. Exactly.
Listen, find somebody else's IP address and bootleg it if you need
to. I know. I've tried. The only thing I've seen are clones. So that's it.
No, I want that theater experience.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Hey,
even non-action moviegoers are like, this movie is wonderful.
I'm gonna need a 6:30 a.m. showing or something, because I ain't trying to be in a theater with some people right now. I'm just saying.
Bro, you might as well just wait about a month.
No hand washing, no booty cleaning, till jam people coming in these movie theaters. I ain't doing it.
Folks who's you can hear them take their socks off.
Listen,
did Morris say that last week?
Yes.
Dude,
I haven't forgotten that yet.
Dude, the picture I sent you with Katie's leg, bro.
Dude, mummified.
Oh my God.
Dude, he literally was gray.
It looked reptilian, bro. What is this? I mean, he needs a whole 5-gallon bucket of shea butter, bro.
Dude, he needs to be dipped.
He needs all the butters.
He needs a whole
Shea
baptism.
butter, cocoa butter, margarine, parquet.
And get a haircut.
The real butter.
Get a haircut.
It's the butters, baby. Yeah, man. Dude, man, I couldn't believe that though. I'm like, don't you even sweat? Like, my God.
When your skin's that dry, it just pools underneath. It can't go anywhere.
Right.
I mean,
it can't come through.
It can't come. Exactly. It's trying to bake through the barrier. It can't happen. How is that even possible? So how? Okay, either you have stupid hard water, or you just jump out the shower and don't do anything.
That's what I'm saying. He loves hard water and air dry. What was the movie? Jerry Maguire. Air dry, baby.
at least go get some Johnson & Johnson baby oil, something. Man.
Nothing, dude.
Something.
No.
I mean, get a piece of bacon, slide it on your legs. I don't care. Something, bro. I need something because that looked like it. That look. You know what? Dune. That's what that looked like. That looked like the landscape in Dune, bro. It was bad.
You would think, and to me, you would think, dude, as much as you were getting clowned on,
he doesn't care. You already know this, though. You already know he doesn't.
We said that.
He said, Skip Bayless, I don't like you when Skip Bayless was complimenting him. Come on, bro. You know who Katie is.
Yeah, we said that, though. We said that. You know, okay, well, watch me drop another 50.
That's true.
Oh, you're going to take another picture? Okay, then. No problem. Watch me drop another 40. Did you get a picture of that?
And I can't be mad at that.
Nope.
No, I can't be mad at that.
All right, but we've reached our time for today, fellas. We again, with our conversations now, we just kind of run through topics, and y'all know.
Is he married?
KD?
Yeah.
No.
It's probably them grasshopper legs to keep it from getting married, bro.
No, they were engaged.
And then she probably saw them legs.
You can't get under the sheets with that, man. You can't get under the sheets with that. I'm sorry.
It's a good chance he may not have gotten over it. That might be why he's looking like that.
Yeah. Kev, I was good until I looked at you. I was trying not to laugh, but then I looked at you. But I'm like, ooh, that's slow. God dang it, Kevin's laughing.
I'm just saying.
It's possible.
It's so hard to say goodbye
to yesterday.
But I still got to get that check.
Buckets.
I still got them endorsements.
Oh, yes, he does. Yes, he does. Good grief.
All right, for real, we got to cut it out now. But listen, you all know. So just a reminder, we will be not on for these next 2 weeks. Enjoy your holidays.
Yes.
My brothers, enjoy your holidays. To everyone that watches, listens, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we will see you on the other side of this thing called the year, and we'll be in 22. Have a great one. See you next time. Be blessed.